Hi everyone, my name is Valerie Cruz and my research paper is on the subject, Does body image change outcomes of intimacy in intimate relationships? This is for our senior project Psych 499 course. The human body affects the degree of intimacy that exists between individuals in a relationship or of those individuals considering one. There are differing opinions among people about how they feel about themselves. Sometimes, some people would think of themselves as ugly, average, or attractive. Individuals who feel that they are ugly do not have confidence in themselves and fail to appreciate their bodies. On average, only 4% of females across the world appreciate their beauty and have confidence about their bodies. According to research, this number could increase in the future due to the continued social media influence celebrities make. Models are considered the most influential individuals when it comes to body image and may or may not be considered as beautiful. This has continually made teenagers in the United States and other parts of the world think that having a good body image is an important part of what makes intimacy possible and desirable. Body shapes. Our society has contributed greatly to how people perceive themselves. Society is buried in prejudice about how people look and dress. The standards that our society sets for people is what makes them want to achieve what is considered best by having good-looking bodies. In addition to this, the intimacy of an individual level in a relationship is dependent on how well two individuals really get to know each other. Having confidence and a sense of personality can make individuals achieve more intimacy. It is essential to ensure that there are boundaries between people who do not know each other conclusively before deciding to be intimate, but also important to take those same boundaries apart to achieve acceptable intimacy levels. The body shape of an individual should not be used as baseline of measuring whether a person is attractive or not. Identity. Finding one's identity is the first step to understanding the perception of relationships and intimacy. Most people fail to find their identity, which results in failed relationships and intimacy. Additionally, without self-identity, it is challenging to positively connect with the world surrounding an individual. Self-identity is a factor that comes from how people believe in themselves. Without having the zeal to identify oneself, it can be challenging to blend within our society. Teenagers and adults who are the most affected by this problem of not finding their personal identity end up engaging in activities that make them feel better. Additionally, the physical appearance of an individual is influenced by the immediate environment surrounding them. When the environment is toxic, then they might find it difficult to identify their personalities. Intimacy. According to scholars, intimacy can only exist if two people are in a relationship. One or both individuals can initiate the intimacy process if they feel comfortable with each other. Those individuals who are attractive find it easy to get intimately involved with an individual of his or her opposite sex. However, it is overly difficult for an individual with self-esteem problems to feel comfortable and try to initiate intimacy. The first step of getting intimate in any relationship is trying to understand one's feelings and expectations. This way, it is possible to identify levels of attraction. Also, this step helps the second party to know whether they are comfortable with their bodies and getting intimate with the other person they have identified. Partners should appreciate each other so that the intimacy process can be satisfying and comfortable. If one of the partners feels not appreciated, they can end up losing their self-esteem eventually, which also affects the level of intimacy. Self-identity. Researchers in the discipline of human psychology have hypothesized evidence based on arguments that support the knowledge that the human body, its appearance, and hence overall body image does significantly affect the degree of intimacy in intimate relationships. Gopal in 2018. When addressing, there are various factors that one has to consider. One of the primary factors, as described by scholars, remains to be the shape of the body. The dressing style selected should be used to flatter the body shape. This makes people feel more comfortable when they're in a social space. Additionally, dressing is a factor that amplifies how one perceives themselves individually and how they may think others will too. Depending on the type of dressing one selects, they're able to realize that their self identity and hence finding comfort. Ideally, when self identity is realized, then an individual becomes enthusiastic and confident in themselves, resulting in dressing in any type of clothes that they feel comfortable in. Furthermore, the social life of an individual can portray whether one has realized their self identity or they are still stuck on finding who they are. Appearances. Believing in oneself is a challenge that many people go through. Sometimes individuals have to seek professional help from counselors so that they can identify their personality. Sometimes individuals are influenced by others or change their personalities as they feel society or social realms require it. A large percentage of individuals in our society today do not know what to do to have more confidence in themselves. This leads them to isolating themselves from social situations and from seeking intimate relationships. Moreover, they become introverted in their own worlds because they don't believe in themselves. In relation to this, most women are not confident about themselves and they end up having problems relating with their partners. A woman who knows that she is not attractive can have problems with intimacy. Most individuals that believe that they do not look good have a harder time achieving intimacy easier. When an individual knows that they're attractive and have confidence in themselves, they can easily initiate intimacy. Due to the perception of people not appreciating their appearances, about 91% of females do not like how their bodies look. This is more frequent in women who've given birth to children. They engage in gymnastics and dieting traits so that they can achieve a better shape that satisfies their inner self and what they believe others may expect. Self-confidence. Modeling in the USA is a lucrative career that many people have invested in. About 5% of women outside USA believe that modeling is an ideal career when you have the perfect body and image. This belief has resulted to many teenagers opting to go for modeling courses in learning institutions. Others also believe that the way you look creates a positive or negative image with the people you interact with. The field of fashion has had an upsurge of people who need to practice it as a career just to help in creating an appealing image by designing better clothes that can help people improve their self esteem. It is a practice that is witnessed across the globe in many countries, but majorly in the United States. This indicates that Western cultures have significantly affected the ideology of having a good body and image to become a model. Teenage girls in the most parts of the world look up to models so that they can change their body images to look appealing. Some even value body image than lifestyle and technology. Weight goals. Education is an important factor that is well respected in the modern era. Society abhors people with education. This makes parents take their children to good schools where they can get quality education and be successful in life. However, recently, many teenagers in different parts of the world have been identified as not being interested in education and praise fashion and modeling more. They're more obsessed with having good looks and image as compared to a better lifestyle and education. This is a problem that many parents have to deal with every day across the world. Education has therefore been overtaken by the need to maintain an attractive body image among many teenage girls. They idolize celebrities and models and they strive to look like them. Therefore, they engage in activities such as gymnastics and dieting to have a perfect body image that can make them feel more comfortable. Being fat is a factor that makes most individuals uncomfortable and hence they're stressed due to the lack of self-esteem in their social environments. All about the body. Maintaining a perfect body shape requires a lot of effort for an individual. This includes exercising and proper dieting. Having a planned schedule of engaging in gymnastics can help to maintain an attractive look for your body. This means that a large percentage of those individuals who are in need of maintaining a perfect body shape have to preserve so that they can meet their goal. persevere so that they can meet their goal. Without such engagements, then it would be challenging for them. Statistics from WHO indicate that the United States, among other first world countries, are most affected by obesity. Therefore, people are concerned about their weight and engage continually in activities that can help them to maintain an attractive body shape. 1% of most fourth and fifth graders are known to be more opportunistic about body image, such that they can engage in exercises to keep fit and have an attractive shape. This shows how the body has affected sexuality in many ways in modern society, and that it begins from an early age. The perfect body thought. Professionals are always available to help people with their self-esteem and personality problems. There are many ways through which people in relationships can follow to maintain a positive intimacy relationship. However, it may be challenging and professionals may be needed to help such couples to think positively. Guidance and counseling is normal for couples. Research shows that individuals who continually seek counseling about their bodies have intimacy or sexual related issues. This is an indication of how people are uncomfortable with their bodies, that they have to seek professional help. Some believe that intimacy can be achieved by having perfect bodies, while others are not at all confident with how they look and would like to change their body image. The objectification theory. Low self-esteem makes individuals become introverted, thus failing to interact with others. There are many factors that may result to an individual's low self-esteem, including body shape and image. According to research, the individuals around the immediate environment of a person may influence how they perceive themselves. This could be either positive or negative. For instance, if one interacts with people that continually compliment them, they can gain self-esteem and can comfortably interact with people within their social space. With regards to this, how a person appears in social spaces is a detriment of their confidence. Also, the concept of sexuality and body image can be better improved by looking for ways to interact with people that one is attracted to. However, society has a prejudice on body shape, where a perfect man is perceived by society as being muscular. This is therefore not a problem of the feminine gender, but everyone always perceives the perfect woman to be skinny. Social media platforms are used by millions of people across the world. Images of naked women and men reach many people around the world. This trend then affects the people who have no confidence with their bodies. They may, however, feel motivated to attain similar body shapes, which could be appealing to them. Also, the mainstream media, through commercials, has perpetuated the aspect of parading naked women and men with good bodies. Advertising agencies only take up individuals who are considered to have the perfect body to be featured in their commercials. This then puts a lot of pressure on the people in our society who would like to be in similar commercials, or they feel that they should engage in more activities that can help them maintain a better body in the future. Such platforms should, however, not affect the self-confidence of an individual. Anything that is negative should be ignored so that self-esteem and stress issues are avoided. Subconscious thoughts. Understanding a partner before getting intimate is an important element of any relationship. Getting into a relationship with a person that one lacks matching traits can be detrimental. A person who has no confidence in themselves can find it challenging to interact with an individual they do not know well. This therefore means that there has to be a period of courtship which allows people to know each other more. As indicated by scholars and research on human relationships, it is evident that when people have problems in their relationship, there is no possibility of having comfort to get intimate. The intimacy of two people is mainly based on their ability to understand each other. Usually, the enjoyment of intimacy is based on whether an individual is confident about themselves or their partners. When an individual feels negative about their bodies, they let subconscious centers take over and end up being hurt in the long run. They make decisions that could hurt them, which could also affect their mind negatively. If the perception that a sexual partner does not have a fitting body image crosses the mind of the beholder, then he or she is likely to be distracted from enjoying the intimate relationship, which is the foundation of sexual experience. Thus, the bonding between the two individuals would be lost, and thus sexual satisfaction will be lacking. Risk taking is an element of anything that someone invests in. Risk taking is an element of anything that someone invests in. Risk models are used to explain and forecast things that can happen during a certain event. Getting into a relationship can be equated to taking a risk as an individual is emotionally attached to another. Any problems arising within the relationship are termed as risks that every individual must be ready to cope with. Situations. Investing in a relationship is described as risk where one gambles with their emotions. When a relationship is broken due to the lack of self-confidence and failed intimacy between partners, either of the parties involved in the relationship is bound to be hurt. Therefore, before people get intimate, they should assess their partners to know their traits and character and decide whether they are suitable. In relation to this argument, individuals should have patience as they try to understand their partners before deciding to get intimate. Also, the mind should be involved in the decision making where an individual decides whom to be in a relationship with. There are different body shapes that are known to people. All body types should be appreciated. Models are often looked up on by many people due to their perfect body shapes. Usually, individuals who know that their body shapes are not perfect may have problems getting intimate. However, this is a problem that is created by society and can be controlled. People ought to appreciate the kind of bodies that they have. This means that they should not strain to get a body to look like another person. Self-confidence is the best way to gain confidence and have a high self-esteem. Be the understanding one's body image can either be satisfying or hurtful. Most people that know their bodies are attractive end up initiating intimacy with their partners. However, when an individual knows that they are not attractive, they may be hurt and not engage in intimacy with their partners. They lack confidence and can only engage in activities such as drinking alcohol so that they can gain confidence about their bodies. There are many factors that influence one's perception of image, appearance, and intimacy in relationships. Factors such as the social cultures, judgments, and the surrounding environment play a vital role in self-identity of individuals. Also, the way people perceive themselves affects their social life directly. Other people can easily identify your identity by observing your behavior. When you're satisfied about your body image, then you will experience happiness, which affects your social life. When a person is satisfied with the way they look, they're more likely to be fulfilled and be more encouraged about themselves. Satisfaction, however, can only be achieved when one is confident about their body shape. Accepting one's flaws is a problem that many people today fail to accept, hence lack satisfaction and fulfillment. Additionally, when a successful intimate relationship is published in the virtual and print media, it portrays a positive image for both men and women. The society judges the body's image of people, which could ultimately affect their intimacy life. When an individual is judged by society, their self-esteem is scared, and they may not have the ability to connect with their partners intimately. They may have difficulties appreciating their beauty and being close to their partners. Social media, books, and any virtual media of communication continues to create negativity surrounding body images, which affects many people across the world. Primary references.